And that's been a hallmark of Tiger's career. He's very patient, methodical. You know, some tournaments he doesn't hit a driver, some tournaments he hits a lot of driver. He plays the golf course, the strategy that's required.
I think the two most conservative players that I've ever seen are Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods.
That said, he has made up a lot of ground on par fives, which is what he has right here, and a longer birdie putt than he would have hoped. Let's see if Woods can knock one in. And look at where he's aiming.
Well, that's the second good tee shot on a par 5 that he's not going to walk away on a par 5 with a birdie.
We told you the stat before. In his career at the Masters as a professional, he's 142 under on the par 5s and 42 over on every other hole. But as Billy pointed out, assuming he knocks in, and there it is, assuming he knocks in that short putt, it'll be 2 pars at the par 5s here on his opening 9. Here's Leishman for his birdie. Almost for Leishman. Tap in par for the leader. Leishman still up by 1 here at the 82nd Masters Tournament. Now Tiger Woods looking to save par here at the 8th hole.
That's big. That was a lot of work to make 5, but keeps Tiger at +1.
And 1 hole left for Woods on his opening 9 here in his first round. His 21st Masters appearance, now at the age of 42. Fleetwood hit a beautiful 3rd shot. See if he can cash in a birdie. Yes, he can. Tommy Fleetwood with a birdie, the par 5 8th hole. And he's now even for the tournament. Now let's take you over to the 10th hole and the 2nd shot for Hideki Matsuyama.
We get a great look right there, and you can see that front leg, there was a lot of pressure on that front leg. That was a heck of a shot.
Really nice shot, especially with that hole location. Now Casey with his 2nd shot.
Well, that's the area of the fairway they're trying to get to, Davis. Down on that left-hand side.
All the way down in the flat. A little bit of a downslope.
And that, with today's hole location, is going to be very difficult for Casey. Nowhere to stop it for Casey, and he knows it as he makes his way up to the 10th green. Leishman the leader by 1 And you can stay connected to all the tournament action anywhere, anytime. Just visit Masters.com, download the official Masters apps, and follow the Masters on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Back at the 9th. Tiger Woods made a nice par putt at the 8th to remain at +1. Now from this teeing ground, would love to shape the ball just a little right to left. Boy, he has really hit some nice tee shots today, Davis.
No. Get one.
Yeah, he was trying to draw it a little bit and overdid it.
Ooh, he has to get lucky, and I would say that was getting lucky.
It didn't clip a limb, even though he's in the second cut. He's got a clear shot to the green. Probably just have to shoot out into the middle of the green, though.
Well, you have to like what we're seeing up to this point. First time he's missed the fairway with a driver. Confident.
Yeah, and they're just little pulls, you know. Even the tee shot at 1 was just pulled a little trying to cut it. It's not wildly offline. They're still solid. That one was high enough and long enough that it cleared the limbs, even though he pulled it.
Our leader, Marc Leishman, this was just a little bit earlier, and that one peeling off to the right. So as they walk down to the tee shots, we'll go up to the 10th hole. Paul Casey's surveying his bunker shot, and this is not an easy one, Davis.
Now, Billy, it looks like it wasn't far off line, but it hit in the corner of the bunker and kicked out into the middle or even the right side of it. So now he's got essentially even less green to work with. So he will not be able to get this to stop. It slopes right to left. The first bounce is going to be forward.
Appears as though he has a downhill lie in the bunker as well.
Yeah, I think it kicked off that slope and just ran over there. Oh, he got a little too cute with it, trying to get it to land in the second cut and bounce on. And he's going to start over.
Now you've got a pretty good bunker shot to save bogey. You can see the frustration.
Yeah.
But again, you know, we talk about getting out of position, know where your miss can be, where it can't be. It's not that he doesn't understand everything about Augusta National with the 5 top 10s in the tournament. The last 3 years he's been in the top 10.
Like you say, once you get out of position, You got to take your medicine. Get that one on the green and try to 2-putt and not make 6. And now he's struggling.
Pat and Feaure next to play. A little trouble off the tee for Pat and Feaure. In fact, he hit a provisional. So scoring has not updated us as to whether the original ball was found or if he had to play the provisional. Either way, starting first 9, second 9 have been a little rough on Pat and Feaure.
Now here's Hideki Matsuyama for birdie at the 10th hole. He's had some great opportunities today and made some good putts, but another par coming for Matsuyama. Meanwhile, at the 9th here is Leishman with his second. How about this shot? Does not get it up on the green, but from the position he was in, good chance to try to make par if he can get up and down and remain the leader at 3 under.
Well, you can make something happen off the pine straw because you can curve the ball.
Here's Casey for bogey at the 10th. From that bunker, bogey is not too bad for Paul Casey. And there's Tiger Woods. Looks like Fleetwood will be first to play.
Still think he has to, kind of go in there a little lowish.
Yeah, and up the right, even just past pin high is better than down there low. But that was a great shot. Like you said, Billy turned it in there and scooted it up the slope.
That was magnificent. I don't know what to think. Sometimes this can be a good thing. Coming out of the second cut.
Got a lot of loft. He's going in there really high.
You don't have to worry about the spin. And that's the only reason I say it's a good thing is you don't have to worry about the spin, but
hold on.
You do have to worry about the tilt in the green. And I would say that's more than acceptable here.
Tiger played the first 9 in a practice round yesterday with one of the amateurs here in the field. We talked about him before. Matt Parziali, a firefighter from Massachusetts. His dad, Vic, is his caddy this week. And Tiger was very honored to play alongside, as he said, a man who tries to save lives, and he's the real hero out here. It was a real nice, touching moment for Tiger yesterday during his practice round with Parziale. At the 11th, here is Hideki Matsuyama.
Well, I think even though you're in the second cut, I think on that left-hand side, you're shooting a little more away from the water.
Yeah, with this right hole location, it'd be nice to run it up the right side of the green from that angle.
Start of Amen Corner for this featured grouping. And while Feaure gets set to hit, we'll take you back to the leader of the 82nd Masters, Marc Leishman, his third shot at the 9th hole.
Just as Paul Casey did, kind of took most of it out of play with more lofted club.
As he walks up there, you can see how steep that slope is. He had to pitch over. 3-level green. He went over the front level into the middle level.
He's got a real confident walk about him right now. He's looked very comfortable out here since the start.
He does look good. He looks calm and collected, and playing with Tiger Woods in front of so many patrons and such a big day, he's handling it very well.
Now Casey at the 11th. Good shot from Casey.
I kind of like this area right here, even though it's a lengthy birdie putt. I think it's one that he might be able to go ahead and be a little more aggressive on.
Right, this is one of the areas where, Billy, we would always drop balls and putt from, because you knew on this hole location you were going to be over to the right somewhere, and you know the break, you know it's going to die around to the left. It's just getting the pace on it.
15 putts through 8 holes so far today for Tiger. This is for birdie at the 9th.
Fleetwood. Pretty much the second half of the putt we just saw from Tiger, Davis.
Right, it has to go left. He's probably aiming halfway out to Tiger's marker. We didn't quite hit it.
Not enough for Fleetwood. And a tap-in par for Tommy Fleetwood. Even through his first 9 holes. Bogey at 3, birdie at the 8th for Tommy Fleetwood. Right now, Leishman leads Stenson and Singh by 1. In order to remain in that position, he needs to make this par putt at the 9th. And the beat goes on for Marc Leishman. Very impressive through his first 9 holes today. He leads by 1 at 3 under par.
Well, Andrew Davis, he's made all the important putts. He's made every putt from 6 feet and in. Tiger taps in as well.
So Woods through his first 9. Birdie at 3, back-to-back bogeys at 4 and 5, and Tiger Woods heads to the 10th teeing ground at 1 over par and 4 shots off the lead held by his fellow competitor Leishman. Pretty short walk from the 9th green over to the 10th tee. And while they make that walk, we'll go over to our other featured grouping here this morning. And now into the afternoon is Feaure with his second shot at 11.
Just such a hard golf hole.
Yeah, he knew that right away. Into the water to the left of the green here at 11. And that is part of the reason, as Billy mentioned, it's such a hard golf hole. Now, Casey.
This is one of the better shots you're going to see today here at 11.
Beautiful. Paul Casey. A great chance for birdie at the 11th. Now, at the 10th, Tommy Fleetwood's tee shot.
That's it.
You can see this one headed right. And it will go into the second cut for Fleetwood. Well, now Marc Leishman is the co-leader. Another birdie for Vijay Singh, and he is at 3 under alongside Leishman. Nice shot shape for this 10th.
Yeah.
And he's going to get a little extra off that slope. So a good shot for Leishman.
It's down in that left flat portion of the fairway.
Fleetwood missed the slope to the right and ended up in the second cut, and Leishman got it right in the slot.
Now here's Tiger Woods. Trying to work this one back to the left, and he does.
And I think he probably maxed that out because he caught the very top edge of that crest. And that is way down there.
At the 11th, Matsuyama just off the fairway. His second shot. Safe, but short for Matsuyama. Leishman and Singh, both at 3 under. And for real-time scoring, live video, news, and more, just visit Masters.com. Tiger Woods Getting a little bite to eat as he makes his way to his tee shot at the 10th. Great look at the elevation change here at the 10th.
I was just about to say that, Andrew. When you look at the topography of this golf course and the way that Tiger Woods is walking around this golf course, pretty impressive when you think that back surgery, didn't know if he'd play. Amazing.
Are you guys going to lay out 8, 7, 6? If you can get there, do it. If not, don't worry about it. 3, 2, 1, and we are back.
Our live coverage continues from the Augusta National Golf Club. A great look at the 10th hole here, and the leaderboard shows Marc Leishman and Vijay Singh tied at the top. And as that featured grouping makes their way to their tee shots, we'll send you back over to 11, where Feaure had to drop after his second shot went into the water. So this is his 4th shot at 11.
Yeah, and that drop zone, you're going back into the wind, and even though you're going back into the wind, it's 63 yards, Davis. That's not a yardage the guys are looking for.
Right. There's not really a lot of comfortable, easy shots at Augusta National Golf Club, and that one, again, you have to be right on. Patton needs to have something good happen, relax, calm down, and he's got 2 par 5s coming up, so hopefully he can get something going.
3rd shot for Matsuyama.
He's been very good from just off the edge today. And that one is going to leave him that downhill putt.
10 pars for Matsuyama, but number 11 will not come easy for Hideki. Casey hit the best second shot of the 3, and that's why he's left with a birdie putt here to get to 2 over. Good putt for Casey. You don't see a lot of birdies here at the 11th, but Casey just drops one in. Historically, the 2nd most difficult hole in Masters tournament competition.
Would you love to have 18 of those putts at Augusta, Davis?
Yeah. Right to left, a little bit uphill. It's almost like an eagle. Well, at least Patton saw the line and saw one go in and heard the patrons cheer, so hopefully he can follow along.
Tough day continues for Patton Feaure. We mentioned that the 11th historically is played as the 2nd most difficult hole here at the Masters. The most difficult hole is the 10th hole, where Tommy Fleetwood is getting set to hit his 2nd.
To the right. Ooh. Short of the bunker. Difficult.
Back at 11, Matsuyama to save par. 11 in a row for Matsuyama. Might have been the toughest one he's made.
That was a great putt.
Now at the 10th, Leishman second. Tied for the lead with Vijay Singh. Oh, it's a beautiful one.
Once again, his iron play, I think he's one of the top 5 iron players on tour.
Leaving that below the hole, so key, not only at Augusta National, but specifically here at the 10th. And now Tiger Woods will try to match that shot from Leishman. Did not go in. That's the good news. That's going to be a very delicate putt for Tiger. Take another look. Just look how close this was to going in.
And like Casey's, that could have hit right off the side and kicked over into the right side of the bunker, and he had no shot, so at least he's got a chance.
Kazire up ahead at the 11th did make double bogey, and now you look from one of the more popular spots for the patrons here at the Augusta National Golf Club, where you're just off from the side of the 11th green and behind the 12th tee. You can see all the patrons who have filled up the patron observation stand on this glorious sunny day here in Augusta, Georgia. And this is always one of the trickier spots to figure out what exactly the wind is doing. As you take a look at some of the numbers from the 12th hole today, only 4 birdies.
I'm just saying you can go at the edge of that shadow, just left of it, 2 yards left of it.
Yeah, where your sort of funny tree is that you like.
Yeah, 3 little multi-prong. So we've got 9 o'clock 9, yeah?
Yes, mate.
When you look at the water, nothing. You look at the trees, you can see a little movement. Just such a hard club to pick. 149 yards.
So just an easy 9.
There and stuck again. Just
didn't quite hit it.
Yeah.
Apparently not 100%. Just by the discussion that he and Johnny McLaren are having.
Nice. So he got a little stuck and not swinging smooth. Leishman just loose and free, and Paul looks a little tight.
Now Matsuyama. He's short as well. Let's go back to 10, and Tommy Fleetwood out of the bunker. At this whole location, where will it stop?
Or will it stop?
Yeah. It's not bad, really, from there. I mean, that's just such a tough shot.
Well, we keep talking about you get out of position, then your acceptance level has to be pretty high.
And anything under the hole, you got a chance to make it there. And so he lobbed it out and tried to bounce it through the second cut.
Yeah.
You see how high Tiger's looking.
And you can see that he's going to try to take most of that area out of play, try to land it onto the putting surface. Actually landed short of the putting surface.
Yeah, he didn't get as much of that as he wanted. It worked out.
You like that play over putter?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I think he was figuring anything out to the right and up in the air is going to have a chance to go in. And then if he did that and didn't get it to the green, it would still trickle down there. He didn't have to hit it perfect. It was going to get to the hole almost whatever he did.
So calculating in what he does with his shots around the green and shots he plays.
Our co-leader, Marc Leishman, now taking a look. He'll have a birdie chance coming back up the hill at the 10th.
What I've seen up to this point, it would be hard not to think that he's not going to make this.
Just a bit short. He knows 4 is a good score here at the 10th.
As you said, Andrew, historically the toughest hole here at Augusta National Golf Club.
Stroke average of 4.31 for this par 4. And Vijay Singh just made a bogey, so Leishman now the leader by himself once again. This would be some save for Fleetwood for par.
Oof. I mean, you can, as a player, as a competitor, you think, you know what, I just missed that iron shot to the right. But I think it's all the requirement of what you do off the teeing ground.
Yeah, he drove it in the second cut and can't really try to hit a high fade in there off that downhill lie out of the second cut. You might get away from you and go left, and so he just slightly out of position cost him.
Tiger breathed a sigh of relief, and at the 12th, Casey out of the bunker a moment ago. Woods made par after his second shot. Came very close to going in the bunker, and now live here at the 12th, Matsuyama with his second shot, also out of the bunker, just gets it out. And Matsuyama and Casey both with par putts coming up. How about Tiger, though, after he made that par putt? Deep breath, because that one was very close. You saw what happened with Fleetwood missing right. Cost him a shot. It does not cost Woods as he makes par at the 10th. And now here at the 12th, Feaure.
And Davis, would you say that the 12th, the green here at the 12th, probably has the least amount of movement in it as any green here at Augusta National?
It's definitely the flattest. There's no big ridges or slopes in it. It just has a gentle back to front. And you seem to especially in the left half of the green. You seem to always play too much break.
Desire played collegiately at Auburn, turned pro in 2008, and he makes par here at the par 3 12th. Now our other featured grouping about to start. Amen corner. Here is Leishman on the tee at 11. Great shot from Leishman to begin Amen corner. The leader by 1.
When you look at his career through Amen corner, plus 12 on the 11th, plus 9 on the 12th, minus 48 on the 13th.
So far today, though, 2 pars on the par 5s. This is the par 4 11th.
Go right. Go way right. Go right. Keep going right.
And this one he knew was right. He wanted to get it further away to give himself a chance, and we'll have to see where that one ended up. But Tiger missing well right here at 11. Fleetwood's tee shot at 11.
Lean left usually means right.
In the second cut. But the big question right now, where did Tiger Woods' tee shot end up? He'll make his way down the fairway and then head off to the right to find out. At the 12th, Paul Casey for par. He's just never gotten into a good rhythm here today. Bogey for Casey at the 12th.
Yeah, when you get a break like that out of the bunker where you hit the flying stick, you got to take advantage.
And a moment ago, Matsuyama for par. Yes, 12 straight pars for Hideki Matsuyama. A reminder for parents of boys and girls ages 7 to 15, regardless of skill level, Drive, Chip, and Putt registration is open. So visit drivechipandputt.com today to find a local qualifier near you and to register. Leishman leads by 1, and now a group of golfers at 2 under par. Stenson, Reed, Wiesberger, Singh, and Charlie Hoffman, all at 2 under par. And how about Phil Mickelson's start, a birdie on the first hole?
Well, that's impressive because you can see the wind kind of flip a little bit. Now you might be able to take advantage of the second hole, the par 5. I'm betting he hits driver off number 3 as well.
I wouldn't bet against it. He's feeling it right now. He's playing really, really well, and I bet he'll play aggressively today in this good weather.
Marc Leishman, the leader by 1 here at the 82nd Masters Tournament. And trouble for Tiger Woods at the 11th hole as he missed his tee shot way right here at the start of Amen Corner. And Tiger now walking beyond the pine straw to check out what he has for his second shot. Alongside Davis Love III and Billy Kratzert, I'm Andrew Catalan. We thank you for joining us. Live coverage of the 82nd Masters Tournament. And while Tiger surveys the situation, we'll take you to 13 and Paul Casey.
You can see what's in front of the player. You must turn this tee shot right to left.
Oh, shoot. Right through it, Johnny. Right through it.
Solid shot, but it just didn't turn.
Now back at 11 with Tiger Woods.
Nobody on the green, so they can't.
Take out the other pole right here. Back on the other side of the tree. Other side of the tree would be great. Good, Tiger.
Excuse me, right here, folks. We need all you to move back, please. Right through here, we need everyone to move back, please. We need everyone back. The caddy asks all the cameras.
So Tiger clearing a path before hitting his second shot. And while we wait for Tiger, Fleetwood from the second cut here at 11.
From this right-hand side, out of the second cut. You always wonder how much control you're going to have over the golf ball.
And now with the wind starting to change even a little bit more, pick up a little bit, Fleetwood is having second thoughts about his second shot. And Tiger, meanwhile, still trying to clear a safe path. And now you can see why Tiger wanted it to go further right off the tee. He knew he was right initially. If it stopped in that pine straw with the trees, would have been potentially a tougher shot. He wanted to try to get to this area, and now, depending on what line he has, he could have a chance here. Meanwhile, Fleetwood now has a club in his hand, and he's ready to go.
Looks like he's got to cut it in there, and Tiger's got to hit a low draw in there. So both a little out. Oh, he's going to lay it up.
Seems like there was a lot of indecision there.
He was thinking a lot about what yardage he wanted in and where he wanted it. I think was the decision. Maybe a little bit waiting on Tiger to clear up his pathway over there.
Here's the leader, Marc Leishman, his second shot. 218 to the hole for Leishman. Water on the left, safe area on the right. How about right at it for Leishman, who continues to be dialed in today. Great shot from our leader, Marc Leishman. And a smile from the Australian.
Just another quality iron shot.
Now, Tiger Woods.
Go all the way down the line.
Over his ball. His second shot at 11.
There may be some, it looked like there might be a little restriction with the backswing. You see how much he was choking up on that?
Looking behind him and over his head. Just doesn't want it to come off those mounds short and right, too hot, and run all the way across the fairway or the green and towards the lake. So it's not just hook it as much as you can, it's hook it just enough to get it to the front of the green. Yeah, you're right, Billy. He's watching that limb above his head.
And that one stays out to the right.
Heard him say if it doesn't hit the patrons, could have gotten all the way up to the green.
Meanwhile, at 13, Casey comes up short. And we'll see if that one is wet or if maybe he got lucky. But Casey short of the green at 13. Now Feaure over his ball.
Pretty level lie up here, Davis. It's not often you get this
Draw.
level lie.
Thought it would draw off that a little bit. Oh,
in the bunker.
Way too far left there. Just hit a lot of pulls and a lot of draws today. Just either a little quicker.
Not a lot of green to work with there for Feaure up ahead at the 13th green. Here's Hideki Matsuyama. 12 pars today for Matsuyama. He's 3 off the lead.
Fabulous tee shot down that left-hand side.
And that one appears to hang on up there. He'll take it. Now back to 11. You saw Tiger Woods, his second shot got held up there on the right side. So now his third, trying to get up and down for par. And he'll have a chance. So back to his second shot. Tiger was hoping to get a little more roll off the side of that hill, and it just got caught up there.
Trying to hit the low runner, and he kept trying to move the patrons farther and farther back, but he got it a little too far right and got it tangled up in their feet and slowed it down. But he was in a tough position no matter what there. He was dealing with a lot of trees and restricted backswing and hazard on the left.
You get the sense that with the tee shot and the way the second shot came out, that if he is able to make this par, this would be a huge momentum boost for Tiger Woods.
Well, it certainly would have. And, you know, getting back to the shot itself, anytime, you know, you're restricted with your backswing, you feel the urge to want to help it with the body. And so you'll fire it out to the right just a little bit more.
Almost looked like there was some hesitation at the top of the backswing, or he even may have touched the limb and got him just a little out in front of it. The drive's what did it. That was really his first really wild shot, and he's paying the price.
Up ahead at 13, Feaure out of the green side bunker with not a lot of green to work with.
It's such a hard bunker shot. Now you're going to go down in this collection area. And you've already made one bogey on a par 5 today.
And as far as he hits it, he should be beating the par 5s up, and they're getting him.
Now Fleetwood. This for par back at the 11th. Comes up short, so bogeys at 10 and 11 for Tommy Fleetwood.
And had to lay up with his second shot and not able to get in with par, so a bogey for Fleetwood at the 11th. Fleetwood now 2 over for the tournament. And Woods trying to save par here at 11. He had a big sigh of relief after walking away with par on the 10th hole. I would imagine this would be an even deeper breath for Woods if he puts a 4 on a scorecard here. But he cannot. And the tee shot off to the right costs Tiger here at the start of Amen Corner. A bogey for Woods. And Tiger now 2 over through 11 holes. Now the red-hot Marc Leishman, the leader by 1, looking to add to his lead for birdie at 11. And not this time. So Leishman still the leader by 1. A 1-shot lead over Stenson, Reed, Singh, Wiesberger, and Hoffman, all at 2 under par. And now the short walk from the 11th green to the 12th teeing ground, and the patrons love it. So, Davis, earlier I asked you what were your indicators for the wind, and you said the tops of the trees. Does that change here at the 12th? Because there's so many different things you can look at here at 12.
That's the problem. You start looking at too many different things, you get too many different reads, because you can look at the flagstick at 11, and it's telling you one thing, and the top of the trees are telling you something else. So it's always difficult. You've got to take the flagstick out of play most of the time here at 12, and this is the one place where you want to aim at the flagstick, because this is the middle of the green between the bunkers where you're the safest if you come up short or you're long. And he's looking over his shoulder, back up 11. The water's not moving.
Tee shot for Leishman at 12. Nice and safe for Leishman.
It's always nice to have someone hit ahead of you, too. You can see what their ball does in the air. But again, like Billy was saying, the water is a great indicator. If there's ripples, you know that it's going to move your ball.
And you can see the two bridges, the Hogan and the Nelson bridges. And you know, a lot of times players will look at the Nelson bridge and see if anything is coming from that direction.
Sam Snead once said the breezes at the 12th are like a whirlpool. And that's why you see everyone looking all over the place. It's not just at the flagstick. They look behind, they look to the right. Tee shot for Tiger at 12. Short, and it looks to be wet. His good friend Fred Couples got lucky on this hole once when it came up short and it stayed up. It did appear that we saw a little bit of water pop up on that shot for Woods. Here's Fleetwood. And his tee shot goes a little bit long here at 12, but coming up short leaves Tiger in the water at 12. Meanwhile, a moment ago, Casey did get lucky. Did not go in the water at 13. So his third shot. And what a huge break for Paul Casey.
Certainly is. Now you're going to make birdie as opposed to possible bogey.
Matsuyama had this putt for eagle. And leaves it short. And then Matsuyama for birdie. And a 3-putt par for Matsuyama, so 13 straight pars for Hideki Matsuyama. And Casey did make birdie there, so Casey with a huge break at the 13th.
Second time that Matsuyama just made a par on a par 5 with 3 putts. Davis, the drop zone, it's going to be 65 yards.
Right, and he's looking, I think, at the point where it crossed and seeing if he can get a better angle. I've heard some players say they'd rather just tee it up again and hit it off the tee rather than drop it down there and have a tight little shot. Rules official there keeping an eye on making sure he goes in the right place.
Historically at the Masters, Tiger has played this hole at 8 over par. Over the years, there have been changes to the golf course here at Augusta National, but this hole has not changed since 1965. It remains the shortest hole on the course. It's the lowest point on the course. The clubhouse is 175 feet higher. But just because it's short does not make it easy, not by any stretch here. One of the more beautiful par 3 holes in all of the world.
This is kind of what most players, I think, would do. They would try to get something to where they don't have to take anything off of the shot. Don't you agree,
get a full
Davis?
swing, get the perfect yardage. And Joe has a spot down there apparently right near the creek, and they've walked it back to get the swing the distance he wants.
When you're playing practice rounds in your preparation for a tournament, how often do you go to a drop zone area?
I've never done that. I think that puts bad thoughts in your
That's what
in
I
your
would
head.
think.
But the caddies sure get the yardages.
I would think the answer would be 0.
Never.
And he's decided to get closer where he can just pitch the ball rather than make a full swing. So when he walked away over there in the corner and the wind started blowing, he started walking back closer to the green. He'll probably have a better chance of holding it from here, but it's still a cute little shot.
Third shot for Tiger. And work to do. Let's go up ahead to the 14th hole, where Hideki Matsuyama, who's even par, is getting set to hit his second shot.
From the fairway. Whole location today on that left-hand side, and obviously doesn't like it. And, oh my. They take a hard kick to the left.
All three in this featured grouping missed the green. Matsuyama, Casey, and Kazire. Back at 12, Fleetwood is behind the green. He's kind of right center of your screen. Tough to see him. That's his second shot. And he'll have a chance to save par here at the 12th.
Well, the shot that Leishman hit works every day on the 12th hole.
That's right.
I don't care where the hole is located, where he has positioned his tee shot.
If you're a little short, you're in the front bunker. If you're a little long, you're in the back bunker or just in the second cut, and you're safe. You can always have a chance for a 3.
Can't remember too many times when Leishman has had a long par putt. He's just been sailing along here, continues to lead at the 82nd Masters Tournament.
Well, he's done a nice job. The couple of times that he needed to make a 5, 6, maybe a 7-footer, he's done it.
So for Tiger Woods, this is for bogey. Can he limit the damage? He can. That's a big putt for Tiger Woods. Into the water off the tee. Not his best on the third shot, but he sinks the putt for bogey. And now 3 over par. Wow.
Now you have 13, 15, 2 par 5s coming up. Somehow work this round back to even par. That would be huge.
Yeah, I think anything around par start for a player like Tiger Woods. There's so many birdies out there, especially when you get to the weekend. He just doesn't want to let it get away from him.
Fleetwood made his par as well. As we take you back to 14, we told you all three in this featured grouping missed the green with their approach shots. And Matsuyama will be first to play. He's off to the right of your screen there, his third shot.
You can see where he's just going to try to land this just a little bit short and just kind of nudge it up there. Needs to really slow down quick. He really has no chance of doing that.
Another one of those hole locations. Do not miss left.
How about this?
Those players, you're better off missing it way down there with your second shot, obviously. And a little bit of a side hill lie coming into the green, and you feel like you're going to hit it to the right, and then you hit it to the left.
And out of the quietest spot on the golf course, the 13th teeing ground, no patrons up there. Leishman's tee shot at the par 5. Trying to work this from right to left. And that will work for Marc Leishman, our leader here at the Masters Tournament. At 14, this is Casey's third shot. That'll stay there, so a par putt coming up for Casey. And now Fleetwood at 13. 510 yards.
Trying to get the best angle he can possibly get. All the way over on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Drivers, a lot of club for him there. Gonna get up the hill into the pine straw.
306-yard drive, but right of the fairway for Fleetwood. Well, in his career at the Masters Tournament as a professional, this is the hole Tiger Woods has played the best. As you would expect, it's a par 5, but he's played the 13th at 48 under par. So he's already dropped 2 shots on Amen Corner, trying to close out Amen Corner in style. This one hanging out to the right, not turning over as much as he would have liked, and it stays out to the right for Woods in the pine straw as well. Now at 14, it would be very impressive if Matsuyama is able to keep this par streak alive. He's made 13 in a row.
And this one well past the hole.
And the streak is over for Matsuyama.
And that's a putt he's going to have to kind of go into a defensive mindset.
Tiger Woods walking across the Byron Nelson Bridge at 13. You can stay connected to all the tournament action anywhere, anytime. Visit Masters.com, download the official Masters apps, and follow the Masters on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So Tiger Woods, the tee here at 13, was trying to turn it over from right to left, and it stayed out to the right. So just like at 11, Tiger missing right off the tee.
Well, back-to-back right misses on the 11th. Now here at the 13th.
Live at the 14th hole, Hideki Matsuyama. This putt is for bogey. So after making 13 consecutive pars, Matsuyama with a double bogey at 14. And now 2 over. 5 shots off the lead, held by Marc Leishman.
Well, again, we see another player make a mistake with an iron.
Hit another good drive, turned it into a double.
Now Casey for par.
Nothing in this putt, just straight up the hill.
He's been keeping busy here on the second 9. His first par on the second 9, and he remains at 2 over par. Now again, Tiger Woods, just like at the 11th hole, missing right off the tee and checking out his options with his second shot at 13. See on the scoreboard behind him, he has 6 shots off the lead, held by his fellow competitor Marc Leishman.
Boy, this is risky.
Lays this one out to the right, and again, the patrons over there. So, Woods, almost a little bit of deja vu from 11. Missed right off the tee, and his second shot caught up with the patrons again. Now look at what Leishman faces here at the par 5 13th. 207 to the hole for our leader.
Just a touch of a hanging lie here, Davis.
Downhill, side hill. It's going to come out lower and drawing. Another great iron shot.
An eagle putt coming from Marc Leishman. More smiles from the man who's ranked 16th in the world. And right now, number 1 at Augusta National.
I agree. So what's up here, Woods?
Yeah, it's just one good shot though, isn't it?
That wind. Straight down, I agree. That's right. Feels better. Yeah. That way, it's better.
With what?
Well, it's...
9 sorry.
14. Yeah, it's all right.
Matsuyama on the tee at 15.
Good drive.
Right down the middle for Matsuyama. We'll try to get at least a shot back here, coming off double bogey at 14. Back to 13 with Fleetwood still in that pine straw.
I like it.
Okay.
I'm just straight, as long as you're 100% committed to it.
Yeah.
You need to go left to right all the time.
Yeah.
Right, come on. Be focused on the starting line. Then.
On his club, he must like it.
Encouraging it to go. It does. What a shot from Fleetwood. It'll be a long way home for Eagle, but from where he was, that's an excellent shot. And if that view that you had from behind Fleetwood looked a little familiar, well, how about this? 2010, we all know where this one's headed with Phil Mickelson.
He might have got in there and said, what would Phil do from here? He wouldn't lay up.
6-iron from the pine straw. He was 207 to the flag and put it 4 feet from the hole en route to victory. That was on a Sunday, this on a Thursday, but doesn't take away from the shot from Tommy Fleetwood, who will have an eagle putt coming up, along with Marc Leishman. And then it will be Tiger Woods trying to join them on the green. You saw Tiger's second shot. As you said, a risky play there, Billy.
Well, I say it's risky because he's trying to fire it down there to the right-hand side as far as he possibly can. Therefore, you bring all danger into play.
Third shot for Woods. That's a good shot. A birdie look coming up for Tiger.
He was able to create a wonderful angle to the whole location, but as good a wedge player as he is, just kind of dumping it down, really not taking any risk and putting it down there. But maybe he feels like he has to make something happen.
Davis, you made the point earlier that for a while during his recovery, all he could do was hit pitch shots and chip shots. When was the last time you saw his short game this solid?
Oh, it's even 5 or 6 years ago, I would say. When you don't play, that's the first thing to go, is the putting and the touch, the short game, the delicate shots. And we saw that when he was starting and stopping, taking 6 months off, and then playing a really tough golf course or a big hard tournament. The short game kind of went away, and I think that time off, time he spent, he had to gradually work his way back, and that started with the wedges and the putter.
Updating the leaderboard, Marc Leishman now has company at the top once again as Henrik Stenson just made a birdie at 11. He is 3 under par, along with Leishman.
You look at the way that Stenson's played. Bay Hill, 4th. Houston, tied for 6th. Everything was looking like Stenson was back in form.
Well, all week in the build-up to the Masters tournament, everyone kept saying the most highly anticipated Masters tournament. And a lot of it was because of Tiger Woods, obviously, returning. But, more than that, it's just there's so many golfers who are not only champions in the past, but they're coming in good form. And I think that is really why nobody knows who's going to come out of this field of 87, because there's so many possibilities.
Yeah, you look at Mickelson, McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Patrick Reed's playing well. Spieth.
Jordan found his putter last week.
Just getting started.
Yes.
Now Fleetwood for eagle. This would get him to even par.
Again, pace, speed, so critical on these long putts.
Pace and speed right on there for Fleetwood. He'll happily have that short putt for birdie out of the pine straw on the tee. And now 1 over for the tournament. Birdie 4 at 13 for Tommy Fleetwood. And Leishman, that was his eagle run. Again, a tap-in birdie for Leishman. He'll regain the solo lead if he can finish that one off for birdie. now it's Tiger.
Similar length to the putt he just made back at 12 for bogey. As big as that putt was at 12, this is bigger. Because now Leishman looks like he may go to -4 with that little tap in, as you said. If you let another par 5 go by, Tiger would be 7 behind.
Another par at a par 5 for Tiger Woods. 3 par 5s today for Tiger, and even par for Woods on the par 5s. As we chronicled, he's played them at 142 under par in his career. But so far today, he's not been able to take advantage. Leishman does as he taps in for birdie, and he is the solo leader at 4 under par. Now at 15, here's the second for Matsuyama.
Last crew.
Oh, there's first. Okay. Good. Lost track.
Doesn't like this one.
Dust.
And that is well right for Hideki Matsuyama. Casey with his second shot at 15.
By that look, he likes it.
Does not get the bounce he was looking for. It goes into the bunker for Casey. A look at the updated leaderboard. Leishman ahead by 1 over Henrik Stenson. For real-time scoring, live video, news, and more, just visit Masters.com. Wiesberger done for the day, opening with a 2 under 70. So a great start for Bernd Wiesberger.
Well, there's that group of Mickelson, McIlroy, and Justin Thomas.
How good is it to see Tony Finau not only playing, but 1 under through 6 holes? If you saw the par 3 tournament yesterday, he had a hole-in-one, was running down the fairway and turned his ankle. It looked real bad, but thankfully he is able to play, and he's only 3 shots off the lead.
Pretty amazing.
Marc Leishman heading to 14. He leads by 1 at the 82nd Masters Tournament, a field of 87. And what a field it is, as 49 of the top 50 in the world are in the field. The only one not here, 10th-ranked Brooks Koepka, who is injured and not able to play. Here is Matsuyama with his 3rd shot at 15. And Matsuyama, after a rough 14th, struggling here on the 15th as well. Now Casey, you saw his second shot bounce into the bunker at 15 rather. This is his 3rd shot.
Once again, downhill lie in the bunker. Had the same situation on number 10. Kind of short side yourself, and then you catch that downhill lie. It's just so hard to get the ball within 6 feet.
Yeah, this is the whole location where you would think you could make some eagles.
No eagles on any hole today so far in the first round of the 82nd Masters Tournament.
Davis, another one of those putts. You're just going to see it just kind of trickle. All you want to do is get it rolling with gently, just off the edge of the green.
If it gets halfway to the hole, it's going to get all the way to the hole. And 3 or 4 feet by could take off and go 10 feet by. So he's got to be extra careful with it. And that's a good touch. Didn't really expect to make it. Poor second shot. Get away with a 5.
Par for Matsuyama at 15. And he has 3 holes left to play today. He's 2 over after the double bogey at 14. Now Casey for birdie. Frustrating day for Paul Casey.
It's about the 3rd time he's hit the edge of the hole.
For real-time scoring, live video, news, and more, just visit masters.com.
Leishman, 4 under par. It has been a clean card up to this point. Stenson, Wiesberger in the clubhouse.
Mickelson and McIlroy both birdied the first.
Schwartzel, Masters champion, 1 under through 5. Patrick Reed playing better. Charlie Hoffman seems to always get off to a good start in the opening rounds. Haotong Lee playing well. Ricky Fowler played well for 36 holes last week. When you take a look at the leaderboard and you see Marc Leishman 1 ahead of Henrik Stenson, but go back to the 14th hole. Second shot for Tommy Fleetwood. And another player missing long and left.
It's not hurting anymore.
No bunkers on the 14th.
There's not much of a period.
Yeah, no bunkers. This is not a hole location that you really have any chance to get very close to. You got to take your 20-footer from behind the hole and be happy with it. The wind must be picking up because it seems like there's been a lot more indecision from all these players the last 3 or 4 holes.
The same kind of shot you hit on 7. You know what I mean? Once it clears, it's going to feed back there. So. All right, nice and south. Probably kill it.
That's what Tiger Woods through his career here on the 14th hole. Looked like he tried to take that straight up in the air.
Yeah, Joe was talking him into hitting the 9 and drawing it in there like he did on number 7, that all he had to do was get it over the hill and it would get to the hole. You're not going to see very many closer than that today.
Perfect execution off the tee. Second shot. Chance to get it back to +2. Now our leader, Marc Leishman.
Kind of a knockdown with it. 35?
Yeah, up 3, 38 is up. That's where it should be.
I think they're referencing what you were talking about, Davis, the wind kicking up and maybe a little indecision, but 147 yards.
I think he was saying he needed to fly it 138. That's where most balls should land, is behind the hole and an uphill 20 to 30 footer.
Tiger Leishman, they will have 2 birdie opportunities here at the 14th. Fleetwood, a little work to do, so we'll go up to the par 3. 16th hole, tee shot for Pat Gazire. 172 yards today, Davis. This is kind of in that area. Really nice shot.
A whole location where you can put it right up the middle of the green and it'll feed right down to the hole.
Now, Matsuyama.
Leishman, the leader by 1 over Stenson. Wiesberger in the clubhouse with a 70. Vijay Singh 2 under as he plays the 18th. And you take you to the 14th with Leishman, Fleetwood, and Woods.
Davis, we saw earlier that a little bit further to the above and to the right, we saw Matsuyama and his ball with the wrong speed went all the way down. This is just such a hard little shot to judge the pace.
He's got to just bump it through the fringe and just onto the green and let it break hard left and run out of speed before it gets to the next slope. You can see he's going to play it out to the right, pointing to where he's thinking he might want to land it. It's either go with a high spinner and take a big chance, or bounce it through the fringe. Once it starts turning and running, it is not going to stop.
If you know anything about angles, this would certainly be a nice time to utilize it.
Third shot for Fleetwood. That's got to stop. It's not gonna. At least not for a while.
And I would say that if you go long and left, geometrically it's impossible to figure out.
There's not an angle for you. Now, back at 16, Paul Casey has this for birdie.
It's not the Paul Casey ball striking that we're used to seeing. Been a little bit off today, but kind of hanging in there, and you can see he's trying to work that right hip out. Lower right, Casey is.
Looks like he's working on his swing a little bit on the golf course, whereas Leishman looks like he's just hitting golf shots and looks a lot more free and loose. Most of everybody we've been watching today looks a little tighter.
Matsuyama,
not free.
His birdie putt is not going to have enough. Almost. And Matsuyama, with 2 holes to play, remains 2 over par. Now at 14, Fleetwood, you saw what he did with his 3rd shot. Long way away for par. Pretty good run at it there for Tommy Fleetwood. And now Feaure back at 16 after his beautiful tee shot. And a birdie for Feaure. And now back to Leishman, the leader by 1. Birdie putt at 14.
I think where that whole location is, that players walking off the screen pleased with a 4.
Par 5 coming up for Leishman. Meanwhile, Casey tapped in for par back at 16. We'll stay here at 14 with Tiger Woods.
This would be a nice one to get here, Andrew. This would get him back to +2.
Birdie for Tiger at 14.
And I'm going to keep saying it. He has a par 5 coming up.
This would be some 2-putt for Tommy Fleetwood. And that's exactly what he does. He does drop a shot, but a bogey 5 for Fleetwood brings him to 2 over for the tournament with 4 holes left to play in his opening round. Leishman continues to lead by 1 over Stenson and Adam Hadwin. Jordan Spieth with back-to-back birdies on number 2 and 3. For parents of boys and girls ages 7 to 15, regardless of skill level, Drive, Chip, and Putt registration is open for next year. So visit drivechipandputt.com today to find a local qualifier near you and to register. There's a look at the updated leaderboard with Adam Hadwin, the Canadian, now in a tie for 2nd. Jordan Spieth, we told you, birdies at 2 and 3, just underway in his round and off to a very nice start. Rory McIlroy 1 under through 3 holes. And Tony Finau, so great to see him playing after the ankle injury yesterday. 1 under par for Feaure. On the tee at 15 with Tiger Woods. Has not been able to pick up any ground on the par 5s today, and this par 5 off to a rough start. Again, a miss to the right for Tiger. That's been his miss today.
Yeah. And unless there's an opening over there, it's just, it's just toss it down the fairway, and that's all you need to see. The disappointment.
And now the leader, Marc Leishman, at the par 5 15th.
Thank you. Thanks.
Likes that one.
Yeah, you can see he starts it down that left center and lets it work back. And really nice tee shot here.
Now Fleetwood coming off bogey at 14.
Nice ball.
Thank you.
He's one of those players that even something bad happens or he makes a bogey or he makes a mistake, he kind of stays in the moment. He really never gets out of it. Very impressive.
Now it's 17. Here's Paul Casey. Par 4, 440 yards, 17th hole. And now Hideki Matsuyama.
He has really driven the ball nicely today. I mean, when you go back over his round, he has found the center of a lot of fairways.
All 87 golfers have now teed off. Some have actually already finished here today. First round of the 82nd Masters Tournament. Marc Leishman, who you've seen throughout our feature group coverage, continues to lead at 4 under par. Stenson and Hadwin 1 shot back at 3 under for the tournament. Jordan Spieth has birdied 2 of his first 3 holes. 2011 Masters champion Charles Schwartzel 1 under through 6. Very nice start for Vijay Singh today in the clubhouse with a 71.
Xander Schauffele playing well. Rookie of the year last year.
And now back to 17. Second shot for Casey.
At least from the right-hand side, Davis, there's access when you hit it to the right, and it's a very favorable bounce right there.
He'll have a nice uphill putt, but that was a lucky bounce.
Great tee shot from Matsuyama here at 17. He's got 150 left to the hole.
Firing right at it, this whole location. I think a little shorter bounce down to the pin, but another from the middle of the fairway, unforced error.
Very uncharacteristic from the way Matsuyama started this round. He's run into a little bumpy patch here on the second 9. And now Tiger Woods Just arriving at his tee shot at 15, missing well right. We'll get back to Tiger after we see Feaure hit his second shot. He is 3 over for the tournament. Considering he was 3 over for his first 2 holes, he's done a very nice job of steadying the ship here in the opening round.
Really has. And even the start to this second 9 was a little sketchy.
And that one too long at 17. Now back to 15 with Tiger Woods.
I think a lot of that's just course knowledge. Knowing.
Marshall, we
You can hit it in the middle of the green and it'll roll down there.
Exactly.
It looks like his ball is right on the edge of the second cut in the pine straw.
Looks like all he can do is just chip it back out to where he was hoping to drive it.
With a wedge in hand, it looks like he's going to take it over the trees.
He's looking up. Haven't had any eagles yet on this hole, so if we can get it out there, get a wedge and get a putt at it, you can still make a birdie. Not lose any ground.
We'll see where Tiger ended up there with his second shot. As Davis said, thinking to get up and down and try to make a birdie here at the par 5 15th. We know where Leishman is, right in the middle of the fairway. Second shot for the co-leader as Stenson just made another birdie to tie Leishman at 4 under.
Boy, that's...
Long is not good at 15.
Now you're going back towards the water. Ooh, that's a hard shot.
Can't think of too many today that he's missed like that.
That was just make sure that you hit it deep enough into the green.
Now the third shot for Matsuyama at the 17th. Nicely done out of the bunker for Hideki Matsuyama. Fleetwood looking right at it at 15.
It's a whole location that the players feel as though they have that opportunity to attack.
Oh, and he's attacking. He went right at it. And we haven't had an eagle today yet. Fleetwood will have a golden opportunity for eagle here at 15. Back at 17, this is Feaure, who was long with his approach. That's got to stop. It will.
He's expended a lot of energy today. Maybe not so much physically, but a lot mentally.
Okay, now back to 15. We didn't see where Tiger's second shot ended up, but there is Tiger getting ready to hit his third shot here at the par 5 15th. And while we wait for Tiger, we'll take a quickly back to 17 where Paul Casey has a birdie putt.
As Davis said, a little bit back up the hill. Boy, he knew it right away that it was not good.
Right on the edge of the green, kind of awkward stance, and didn't get it rolling.
4 straight pars for Paul Casey. Now at 15, Tiger Woods with his third shot. Can he get one close into birdie range? He'll have a chance here at 15. Now back at 17 with Feaure. Slides that one past on the right side.
Well, it's certainly easy to do. When you reach speeds like we have here, and the ball is two inches off of the putter blade, you know what you've had a chance to make it, or you've missed it.
Yeah, he didn't catch it solid, and he knew it. You're trying to hit him so easy.
He tapped that in for bogey, as you saw Tiger Woods just make his way across the Gene Sarazen Bridge. This is the hole where Sarazen delivered the shot heard round the world back in 1935. And we mentioned Leishman has to play this one toward the water.
That needs to slow down. That needs to slow down. That ball.
And therein lies the danger of going long on 15. First big mistake that Marc Leishman has made today. He has played superb golf. But here at the 15th hole, missing long and then too aggressive into the water for Leishman. He is the co-leader at the moment with Henrik Stenson. Has not made a bogey yet today.
I mean, the drop zone's an option for him.
He's going to replay the shot, which is very scary.
Have that left for bogey. And I just think that if you had that opportunity to go up into the slope, you create a little bit more of an angle from the drop zone. That would have been maybe the easier shot. And certainly he felt otherwise.
Either way, you're going to face the water.
Exactly. You either come over the water or you go towards the water.
Go towards it.
So he will fall out of the lead. The question is, will he be down by 1 or 2?